Good morning, all. We have with us Dr. Amit Kumar, sir, with an experience of 12 years in teaching at a primary institute such as BITS, Pilani, MNIT, Jaipur, deliver to society and industry through the research. He planned to make a research qualified and deliverable through working in area that of practical significance to the society and industry also. Also, having guided couple of PhD and masters student, he look forward to expand his research group. He is currently working on project such as 3D printing processes, 3D printing, lattice structure, rapid tooling, geometrical dimension analysis, and sustainable engineering. I hand over to sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chitresh, for elaborate introduction. And okay, I'll share my screen first. So, Dr. Chitresh, is that presentation visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, thank you once again. Thank you, organizers, for. So, I would like to congratulate you and also wish you all the best for future. And of course, thanks for giving me this opportunity to share my experience, whatever work we are doing in this area. And in fact, greatest acknowledgement for this presentation, first acknowledgement would be to Dr. Chitresh, because Dr. Chitresh Nayak, he is like one of my, or he was one of the starting or the earliest student, PhD students, and it was only because of him that we started this work. And in fact, his PhD thesis is also in the same area, that is about prosthesis and orthosis. Not orthosis exactly, but only prosthetics he has worked. So that was in fact how and where we started. So I always encourage him and wish him that he should not kind of leave the work that he started at that time. Of course, because when you get in job, so you have a lot of other academic and administrative responsibilities, and as I see, he is also head of the department. So yes, there are means other responsibilities, but he did a very good work, and due to whatever work that we are continuing today, so that is because of his initial efforts. And so that's what I always tell Dr. Chitresh, that he should again start. Means he is of course doing good work there as well. So of course once he gets like more PhD and master student, so he can develop a good research group in that institution where he is working. And of course as such to the Oriental group or this institution, I wish, or the main objective of giving this presentation is that ultimately we have to look at that whenever we are attending any short-term training program or any course. So the idea there is that whosoever is attending, so he should be able to see for himself or herself कि उसके लिए इस कोर्स में क्या है. तो उसके लिए क्या है, इसका मतलब ये है कि आप अगर इसके बाद कौन सा टूल, टेक्निक या थ्योरेटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट, मॉडलिंग, सिमुलेशन जो भी आप करेंगे, तो आपके लिए इसमें आगे क्या है. तो जनरली आई से दैट इट इज व्हेन यू आर अटेंडिंग अ ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम, सो इट इज लाइक विंडो शॉपिंग जो हम करते हैं. विंडो शॉपिंग जैसे ऑफ कोर्स आज के टाइम में तो वो सिनेरियो नहीं है कि जब आप मॉल में जाकर घूम सकें, बट पहले जब भी आप कभी मॉल में कहीं घूमे होंगे तो what you do is you visit various shops or stores, and then you are just browsing the things कि ठीक है इसका प्राइस क्या है, ये कौन सी ब्रांड का है, इसमें क्या मीन्स वेदर इट इज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स. आप मोबाइल में भी देखते हैं कौन कौन से ब्रांड के चल रहे हैं, इसके क्या फीचर्स है. तो कभी खरीदना भी नहीं होता. जरूरी नहीं है कि हम जब भी दुकान में जाते हैं तो खरीद के ही लाते हैं कुछ. तो ऐसे ही है कि जब आप ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम अटेंड करते हैं तो इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि आप जो भी सुन रहे हैं सब कुछ आप इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे, बट यस कुछ ना कुछ होना चाहिए कि हर कोर्स के बाद ना यू शुड हैव that you should pick up some tool or something somewhere. And so since you have attended different sessions, and I should really congratulate all the organizers and management of this institution. So I was going through the schedule, so they really had very good speakers. Like when I was doing my PhD, so Professor Shyam Sundar from ProSim Technologies, or Professor or Mr. Mukesh Agrawal. So these are stalwarts in 3D printing area, and you had like very good experts. So having such a good exposure, so that really should have some value addition to you. Okay, coming to what I intend to discuss on today is about prosthetics and orthotics. So somewhere we have talked about the title of this FDP program or ATAL program, AICT ATAL program, is Design Innovation or Design Thinking. So the point here is, when we are talking about this design innovation or design thinking, as you have attended various lectures, so we are trying to look at that, how we can be innovative in the sense, and how we can have different kind of a design thinking approach, so that we come up with, and ultimately the objective is that now we are trying to have a research which is quantifiable, या जिसका कुछ डिलीवरेबल होना चाहिए, या जिसका कुछ tangible output होना चाहिए. So tangible output, is it like that till now maybe we have done some work, you may have some publications out of it, but then the question is ki what was the product that you could develop. So slowly, and as we like talk about this Atmanirbhar Bharat or Make in India concept, so we have to start thinking that the research, it also needs to be quantified. Dr. Chitresh or anyone else, is everything okay? Means my voice, and just let me know if there is any disturbance or anything.
No, sir, it's okay.
Okay, fine, thank you. So yeah, we were talking about कि जो जैसे इस FDP का भी ये टाइटल है या थीम है कि डिजाइन इनोवेशन, डिजाइन थिंकिंग. सो अल्टीमेटली वी आर लुकिंग एट कि हमारे यहाँ के कितने, जो भी हम रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, तो कितने प्रोडक्ट्स वी आर एबल टू फाइनली डिलीवर और रोल आउट इन द मार्केट. नाउ so this is something that I'm going to talk about. Now one such area where you can really contribute is healthcare, because like we are having this seminar in a situation or at times when health is a major issue. तो healthcare में भी अब है ना, एक जो है one major important aspect is healthcare for disabled and elderly people. So there is a sorry, I used the wrong word. It's not actually disabled, but I should say it is a differently abled. So imagine even during this COVID situation, imagine a person who needs some kind of assistance due to some kind of a physical impairment. So of course, during the lockdown situation, we were able to go out, get groceries and other items and everything. But what about people who are physically challenged or are differently abled? So how do they manage all that situation? So there is a large section of society which needs special kind of attention. So you need to start thinking about that larger section of society as well. So of course, like here, now at such a trying times, even survival for a common man or a person who is like physically like okay everything, so he is also having a tough time. So think about those who need some special assistance. Of course, this talk is more about that like even when the times were normal, so how many of us have thought about people who need some special assistance? maybe the person needs a wheelchair, or a person needs a artificial limb or a leg, or the person is having some kind of like maybe paralyzed or Parkinson, where they have some involuntary body movement, like the hand is shaking. So unfortunately, there are not many products that are there for assistance of these people. और जब आप गाड़ी खरीदने जाते हैं तो आपके पास बहुत सी चॉइस होती है कि आप मारुति खरीदे या फिर आप हुंडई की खरीदे या जो भी ब्रांड है, और उसमें भी बहुत सारी ऑप्शंस होती हैं. बट जो डिफरेंटली एबल्ड है, सो ही इज नॉट हैविंग दैट काइंड ऑफ ऑप्शन. सो इवन इफ ही वांट्स टू स्पेंड मनी, तो भी इतना नहीं है कि दैट ही इज हैविंग लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शंस. So this thing is all about people who need some kind of special assistance, and particularly as you see in this photograph. So this is the project that we are doing, and this is with the De Montfort University. So the funding is also from UK, and so as I said in the beginning, that elsewhere people are more focused on getting some deliverable products. So like we did with Dr. Chitresh PhD work. So as you can see in these photographs, so there are people, or so you can see this handsome boy. These are like, one is having a artificial limb, so one is below the knee, or the amputation is level is below the knee. And okay, let me use the pointer. And in the okay, so in the one case, it is the amputation level is below the knee, and in the other case it is above the knee. So in this person essentially needs a knee joint also, and he does not need a knee joint, and so on. That is, his knee is intact, or the natural knee is intact, but for this person, his amputation. So both of them met with an accident. So he lost his limb during a train accident, and he lost his limb during a motorbike. He was riding a motorcycle, and during accident, so he had to go for amputation. So then, like what you see, so he's wearing an artificial limb, and so like with Dr. Chitresh work, so the white portion that you see over there, so this is called as a socket. So this is the socket. So for his PhD work, we had worked upon how we can improve the design of the socket using CAD tools such as finite element analysis. And the objective was very simple, that if the person who is wearing this socket or this artificial leg, and since this is the part that comes in contact with the body, it's something like the person's leg is sitting in this socket, so the whole interface is with the body interfaces with the this socket. So we want to make it comfortable. So the idea was that if we could use technology to make things, or make this artificial limb more comfortable. And when I talk about comfort, so it means the person who is using this artificial leg, he would actually experience a pain, or the person would experience a pain. So we wanted to make it that why he should have all that trouble of having that pain, or like when he is wearing it for a long time, he gets sweating and all that related problems. So idea was that when the technology has advanced to a level, so can we not use the technology to make this thing more improved? So that's how we started in 2013, and then Dr. Chitresh completed his PhD on this work. Then luckily, or maybe unfortunate for him, that when he graduated, so then we could get some funding from UK university, and they collaborated with us. So they were ready to fund. And in fact, it was his paper. He is Dr. Karthikeya Kandan. He is from DMU UK, that is in Leicester. So he is my principal investigator or co-investigator for this project. And so he referred to Dr. Chitresh's paper, and then he said that, okay, can we use some kind of different material or recycled material and make this socket? So he had some idea. and then we applied together with for that funding, so we could get that funding. And finally, like when that project completed in 2019, we wanted to take trials of this newly developed socket. So Dr. Chitresh work was to design this socket, and then we could actually make a novel socket with some different kind of material. And then finally we could try and test this newly developed socket. And of course, now that this project got completed, and based on that we got another funding from UK, and that's more ambitious. It's almost around 2 CR or 2 crores, and there we will be like using more electronics inside this with the microprocessor and something. So that's an advanced version. So this is how the story goes, that how we started. And in fact, it's not been easy. Like it's almost from 2013 to 2027 years. So it's only now that we can say that research has taken, at least started to reach to some level of maturity. Now the point here is when I say this prosthesis and orthosis, so I talked about one area, that is prosthetic. But if you look at this photograph over here, so you see like a wide variation. So this person or this person, so they are essentially having some kind of amputation, that is they lost their natural limb, right? So you see a completely artificial limb here. So it's so the person's natural limb, so this is the natural leg and this is the artificial leg. However, in the second case, if you look over here, so what you see is that this small boy, so he is having his both the natural legs intact. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि इसमें that इसके जो amputation हुआ, जैसे यहाँ पर amputation था due to maybe accident, so he is not having any kind of amputation, but he is, you can see the boy is not able to stand erect. Because there is some deformity in the legs. So as you know about that condition of polio or clubfoot deformity and so on. तो अब जब natural limb जो है amputation नहीं है, तो यहाँ पर तो हमने amputation था तो हमने artificial limb लगाया, तो उसको हम कहते हैं prosthesis. So prosthesis is actually a replacement of a natural body part. So it could also be a nose or a ear or any other body part. So what we are looking at is just a lower limb. Similarly, this is called as orthosis. And orthosis, difference between this prosthesis and orthosis, as you can see in this figure, is that orthosis is actually, it is not a replacement, but it is aiding the function of the existing body part. So maybe the existing body part has lost its functionality, and we are just trying to improve the functionality of that existing body part. So it could be even for correcting the posture or correcting the deformation and so on. So here you see different kinds of this prosthesis and orthosis. Like in this case, you also see a knee, so which was missing in the previous pictures. So in this case, yeah, there is a knee joint over here, and because this person is having amputation below the knee, so he doesn't need a knee joint, but this is using a knee joint. So this knee joint seems to be more simple as compared to this knee joint. So this knee joint is, you can say, more advanced. And this is also the other reason for this being more different is because this person has lost this or had amputation just right at the knee. So almost through the knee, he had this kind of amputation. So this is slightly a different situation. Then this is another case where the person is like bilateral amputee and he is having replacement of both the limbs. And in all these cases, you see that the amputation or this, so when we are talking about prosthetics or orthotics, as in this case, so it is below the waistline, or this is what we call as a lower limb prosthesis and orthosis. So amputation could be at the level above the waistline, that is at the for the hand and so on. So that would we would call it as above knee prosthesis or orthosis. Right. So I may be going a bit fast here because I see that time given to me is from 11 to 12. So I just want to finish maybe within that time. And Okay, it's already 11:20. Now, so we already talked about what is orthosis and prosthesis. The basic difference here is that orthosis is an external orthopedic appliance, either prefabricated or custom made, and it controls the movement of specific body part. Whereas prosthesis, it is the replacement its function is to replace the part of the limb or missing limb. So it acts as a substitute. And orthosis, it provides stability to the weak joint or correct or maintain the alignment. So if there is some kind of a or it could be so alignment is like when we talk about club foot or ankle foot orthosis. And there could also be cases like पहले ये होता था कि जो spinal deformity, so if the person is too much stooping और या झुक के अगर चलते हैं तो कमर में भी क्या है एक curvature आ जाता है. तो if you want to have that kind of deformity, correct that deformity, so even then we use this kind of orthosis. So earlier we had seen like lower limb. Similarly, you could have upper limb orthosis. So this is an example of like when you are using it for a hand, and this is for the limb or lower limb or the leg. Now, okay, one important thing that you need to see from here onwards is कि यहाँ पर हम जो प्रोस्थेसिस या ऑर्थोसिस की बात कर रहे थे, तो जैसे आपने देखा एम्पुटेशन अगर इस लेवल पे है तो यहाँ पर एक नी यूज किया है, या फिर इसमें इस तरह की एक कोई ये सपोर्टिंग एड दिया है जिसको ब्रेस भी आप कह सकते हैं, या ऑर्थोसिस इज द करेक्ट टर्म. सो द पॉइंट हियर इज दैट doctors are not going to manufacture this, right? So you see a pylon, you see that this is a joint, or you see that this is a foot piece. So similarly here you need that if there is some deformation, so basically you understand that when there is a deformity, so some जैसा कि आपने देखा होगा कि जब दांत जिनके थोड़े से अगर बाहर होते हैं, डेंचर बाहर होता है, कुछ उस तरह से है, तो डॉक्टर यूजेस ब्रेसेस या वायर्स वो यूज की जाती है, ऑर्थोडोंटिक वायर. तो उसको इट ट्राइज टू दैट वी आर अप्लाइंग फोर्स टू ब्रिंग इट बैक टू द पोजीशन. तो इट इज so as mechanical engineers you understand that how you need to calculate that force कि कितना फोर्स लगना चाहिए, और जब वो फोर्स आप लगा रहे हैं उसमें कुछ अलाइनमेंट कुछ चेंज हो रही है, तो करेक्ट अलाइनमेंट क्या है, अभी कौन सी अलाइनमेंट है, कितना और फोर्स लगाना है, कितने दिन के लिए लगाना है. सो दैट इज मोर ऑफ लाइक वेयर your mechanical engineering would also involve. Similarly, if you look at this part, so it is pylon is nothing but a load bearing, or this is a shaft, right? So you had been designing shaft for machine parts. Now you are looking at a shaft which is essentially not rotating but taking the weight of the human body, and this is a joint. Again, it's a knee joint, and then maybe so this part, so here it is a foot piece. So all this needs some kind of a engineering design, and and similarly here for orthosis. So you cannot say that it's all the work of the doctors and that what is there for you to think about. So what I am going to do is I'm going to give you an overview of what exactly is prosthesis and orthosis, and how 3D printing actually comes as a handy tool, or like why there is a need of or 3D printing, and how you can use this 3D printing to get started working in this area. So when we talk about this orthosis, so if you look at the functional classification of orthosis, so we can say that type A is like for immobilization or stabilization of joints and limbs. तो अगर जॉइंट इस तरह से है, जैसे आपने देखा होगा कुछ लोगों के जॉइंट वीक होते हैं या स्टेबल नहीं होते, तो जैसे वो खड़ा होता है बच्चा, तो ही इज नॉट एबल टू स्टैंड ऑन हिज फीट, एंड ही द मोमेंट ही स्टैंड्स सो ही वुड फॉल डाउन. तो एक तो यह है कि वो जॉइंट्स को स्टेबलाइज करना है, क्योंकि जॉइंट्स जो हैं वो स्टेबल नहीं है. तो जॉइंट अगर स्टेबल नहीं है, जॉइंट इज मूविंग, सो देयर नीड्स टू बी सम काइंड ऑफ अ मैकेनिज्म टू स्टेबलाइज द जॉइंट. Then second kind of thing that we are looking at is prevention of skeletal and joint deformation. तो ये है कि इसका जैसे मैंने एक एग्जांपल दिया था कि पहले हम कहते थे कि कुब निकली हुई है इसकी, सो देयर वाज अ कर्वेचर इन द स्पाइन, सो इफ that kind of deformity is there, so again you need some kind of a brace or support so that it can get back to the original position. Then third is chance of position of a body part in case of weak muscle performance. So this is like in this case if there is a weak muscle performance, तो weak muscle performance का मतलब ये है कि जहाँ आप देख रहे हो कि इसका हाथ तो natural hand is there, but maybe the person is not able to have the movement of this hand, and this could be that he is say a stroke patient or he is a paralyzed patient, so he is not having that muscle movement over here, and so everything is intact, there is no amputation, but इसमें इतनी जान नहीं है, ताकत नहीं है कि इसको इवन बंद भी कर पाए मुट्ठी को। तो अगर ये मूवमेंट नहीं है तो the person cannot perform his daily work, so he cannot wear his clothes or he cannot pick up anything because the hand is not having that kind of a grip, right? So the hand has lost that grip because the muscles have no control or no strength. तो अगर so these are like different, तो एक में हम बोल रहे थे कि जॉइंट की स्टेबिलिटी देनी है, दूसरे में हम कह रहे थे कि ये डिफॉर्मेशन है तो उसको करेक्ट करना है, तीसरे में हम बोल रहे हैं कि इसमें जो देयर इज अ वीक ट्रैक्शन फोर्स, सो फंक्शनैलिटी इज लॉस्ट, एंड another kind, the fourth type is this one. So this is a situation where the person has like in case of a Parkinson disease. So Parkinson में क्या होता है कि जो person की is having some kind of involuntary movement. So imagine that if your hand is continuously shaking like this. So even अगर कुछ students हैं तो उनको पता होना चाहिए कि आप ज़्यादा सिगरेट पीते हो तो भी ये है कि when you try to keep your hand like this, so it would be constantly shaking. So you would have seen some people who are like smoke addict, so when they are giving their signature, so their hand is not stable, it's constantly moving. So similarly अगर ये कोई ailment होती है जैसे कि पार्किंसन है तो उसमें इसकी मूवमेंट बहुत ज्यादा होती है, तो दैट वी कॉल एज अ ट्रेमर. So I'm just trying to show that this is say the tremor movement, and when you have this tremor movement, so you cannot do any function. So and again this is like Parkinson, so this is a common situation, and so what you need to do is कि इस involuntary movement को, body की involuntary movement को इसको एक तरह से रोकना है. So this is something like as you design your automobile or anything, so any machine part, and if there is a kind of vibration, so you try to reduce those vibrations. So whether you use a dampener और शॉक एब्जॉर्बर, तो जब आप बाइक की सीट पे बैठते हैं तो आपको जो सस्पेंशन है वो ये काम करता है कि वो जो वाइब्रेशंस हैं, so these are reduced or dampened. So similarly these tremors are also some kind of vibration, you can say, and so you are trying to provide stability here, right? So now coming back to this figure here, so what we are saying is that in all these four types, so these are actually four different kinds of problem which require four different solutions from engineering perspective. So one is like unstable joints, second is deformity, third is loss of strength of muscles, and fourth is say the constant movement. So now you look at from the engineering perspective, or as a mechanical or as an electronic or as a civil engineer, you think about it that how you address these four problems from the engineering perspective. And once you start thinking in that direction, so then you will see that there are a lot of products that can be developed. And the problem is that earlier we did not have that kind of manufacturing techniques or technology. So the person would think कि अच्छा इसका अगर मेरे को ये device एक fabricate करनी है, like here you see some kind of a cylinder and a piston or actuating mechanism, some kind of a support or a brace. So earlier you would think कि ये कहाँ से मैं लाऊंगा सिलेंडर, ये कैसे fabricate होगा, या ये जो इस तरह से बनाना है या ये बनाना है, तो how will I fabricate all those things? But so like here if you see, so this is again some kind of a device. So earlier you would have thought that you may not have essential or tools and techniques to develop these kinds of products. Here we are looking at that when you have that kind of 3D printing where the manufacturing is very much at your ease or at your disposal. So it is something like all these parts can be printed, right? Which we are going to see later in the slides. So you can print those parts, you can make this kind of a fixture or arrangement for any of these cases. So first is that you need to get started, start thinking in that direction. So imagine that these are 4 class of problems and start looking or thinking out of that what could be the probable solutions for attending to these different 4 class of problems. And being an engineer, you have to think more from the engineering perspective. So if I have to work out a device which could control the tremors of the sand, what kind of device that would be, right? So I hope you got some understanding that what we are going to talk about. And now looking at, so we need to know that what is the kind of classification, because हमने बोला कि ये 4 क्लास ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स हैं ऑर्थोसिस में, कि ये 4 फंक्शनैलिटी या 4 चीजें अचीव करनी है. अब आपको इंजीनियरिंग पर्सपेक्टिव से देखना है कि उसके लिए क्या प्रिंसिपल्स आप लगाएंगे, किस तरह की डिवाइस होगी या कैसे वो काम करेगा. तो जैसे मैं ये कह रहा था, लाइक वी आर वर्किंग विद आवर स्टूडेंट्स, सो one of the rough ideas, because when this hand is having some kind of a constant movement like this, involuntary movement, so what you essentially need is some kind of a restoring force. So generally we have seen those kind of like punch bags where like you, or hit me kind of toys, you hit that gummy bag and then it comes back to its position. So same thing is here. और उसमें भी क्या होता है, नीचे पानी भरा होता है और कुछ तरह एक तरह का रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स वो प्रोवाइड करता है. यू हिट इट एंड देन इट कम्स बैक टू दैट पोजीशन. सो सेम वे हियर वी आर सेइंग कि जब ये इस तरह का मूवमेंट हुआ तो इट शुड अगेन कम बैक टू दिस पोजीशन. सो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट व्हाट इज दिस मूवमेंट ऑफ दिस हैंड, व्हाट इज द फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड हाउ यू कैन डिजाइन सम काइंड ऑफ अ डिवाइस टू कंट्रोल दिस. नाउ looking at that, what other, so we were seeing here some kind of a orthosis, like in this case. So we are seeing, so this support that is required, so it could be at this level, it could be at this level, it could be at this level, right? Similarly deformity, तो जैसे हम बात कर रहे थे braces used for correcting your teeth which have like moved out, so this deformity could be anywhere. Similarly this thing, that stabilization of joint, it could be at any point. So it could be, because this is a joint at ankle, this is a knee joint, this is a hip joint. So depending on where it is required, so you have like either ankle foot orthosis or knee ankle foot orthosis or knee orthosis or hip knee ankle foot orthosis and hip orthosis. So these are the figures over here. So this is for the ankle. So the first one, that is ankle foot orthosis. Then you have knee ankle foot orthosis. So this would be actually a knee, ankle and foot essentially. So this is only foot, this is knee ankle foot, and then this is hip orthosis, and similarly hip ankle foot and so on. So depending on कि कौन सा joint unstable है, कहाँ तक चाहिए, so this is just a knee orthosis over here, right? So let us like look at this thing. तो इसमें क्या है कि this is also one kind of orthosis. So you can see here that it is providing some kind of a support to this knee joint. Now the problem is that a person who is having a knee arthritis, or generally you know that old age people complain of pain in the knee joint. So what is happening is that the gap between the knee joints, so this is reduced and these are constantly rubbing each other. So ideally, to avoid the pain, it should be that if the joint can get back to its original position where there is some kind of a gap, so when they do not touch each other, so there would be like pain would not be experienced. So it is like you are trying to support it from both sides so that this gap can be maintained. The problem is that this knee joint, it is a dynamic joint, or that the center for this knee joint, so it is a instantaneous, or like it is not static, so it is a dynamic. So when you are applying some kind of a external support, so you want that the center of this should match at all the times with the center of this, so that they are in the alignment. So now that leads to or gives you the engineering perspective that how you want to design a dynamic knee orthosis. So dynamic knee orthosis, a simple knee orthosis would be that the joint remains only in this position, and this knee joint, it's actually changing its position, or its center is changing position, but this is one fixed position, so it does not balance, and then the person experiences pain. So if it is a dynamic joint, so it would be constantly adjusting with the position of that knee joint. So you then start thinking in that terms that how you can bring in your engineering fundamentals to design that product. And like just to give you an idea like this one, so these products that are available, so it's not आप सोचो ये तो क्या है, इसमें एक वेलकम स्ट्रैप है, एक कोई हिंज लगा हुआ है इधर, तो इसमें ऐसी क्या इंजीनियरिंग चाहिए. तो मैंने ये कहा कि इवन ये जो सिंपल प्रोडक्ट है, तो इवन दिस वुड बी कमिंग समवेयर फ्रॉम 4,000 to 5,000 or maybe like 10,000, 15,000, and that also it's not available much. And if it is something like dynamic joint, so it would be nowhere less than 25,000. So means the price is so high because there is no competition, and actually even then these products are not much available. So if you want to look at a dynamic knee orthosis, you would hardly see anything, any product in the catalog. So generally doctors, what they would say is that, okay, go for a knee replacement. However, with simple, this kind of a knee orthosis, in some situations, of course, the operation can be avoided or can be at least delayed. So we were talking about that orthosis. So functions or principles, you can say, it provides support, modify motion, modify load bearing, correct deformity, and accommodate a deformity. And again, so what kind of orthosis would be required, whether you want to, whether it is an unstable joint, or whether it is a painful joint, or whether it has to be flexible, or whether it has to be stiff. So depending on what is the situation, you need different types of orthosis. Similarly, if we talk about the other class, that is prosthesis. So here we are saying similarly prosthesis, it could be at the upper limb level or lower limb. So फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ प्रेजेंटेशन में हम ऑर्थोसिस के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, अब सेकंड पार्ट में हम बात कर रहे हैं प्रोस्थेसिस के बारे में. तो प्रोस्थेसिस क्या है? रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ दैट बॉडी पार्ट. तो इसके जो इश्यूज है वो ये है कि वो जो रिप्लेसमेंट है वो मींस वेस्ट के नीचे है या वेस्ट के ऊपर है, दैट इज अपर लिम्ब और लोअर लिम्ब, और वेदर यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ फंक्शनल और कॉस्मेटिक प्रोस्थेसिस. कॉस्मेटिक प्रोस्थेसिस का मतलब ये है अगर किसी के एक्सीडेंट में this nose or maybe say ear got damaged, so you are providing some kind of a cosmetic prosthesis क्योंकि उसका कान का पार्ट कट गया है या नाक डिस्ट्रक्ट हो गई है ये, तो you are providing क्योंकि फंक्शन तो उसका वो चल रहा है नोज का या कान का, इट्स वर्किंग, सो फंक्शनैलिटी नहीं चाहिए, खाली कॉस्मेटिक्स के टर्म्स में, because he would feel odd कि ये नाक इसकी जो है it's flat or means it is destructed. So similarly then other thing is कि उसको अगर जो प्रोस्थेसिस है, तो अगर सपोज नी जॉइंट है, तो एक तो ये है कि सिंपल नी जॉइंट है जो कि जिसको अलग से कोई पावर नहीं दिया आपने, और अगर वो सपोज माइक्रो प्रोसेसर कंट्रोल्ड नी जॉइंट है which would be very expensive, then the question is कि something which is having a kind of a microprocessor, so how does it derive power for that, whether it is external power driven prosthesis or like in earlier case you were seeing some kind of a actuating mechanism, means a piston and a cylinder kind of thing. तो इसको जो पावर मिल रही है वो इसको कुछ बैटरी ऑपरेटेड है ये, या फिर ये मसल्स जो बॉडी की जो मसल्स हैं या उससे ही वो पावर ले रहा है, या इट कुड बी प्योरली अ मैकेनिकल अरेंजमेंट. So that is what we are looking at, and as I said, like depending on level of amputation, it could be above the knee or below the knee, or above the elbow or below elbow, and so on. So above knee, below knee, or above elbow, below elbow. And upper extremity prosthesis. So let's look at this figure. So if it is a upper extremity prosthesis, okay. Then here we are looking at that what kind of terminal devices. Terminal devices is कि जो लोग जैसे रोबोटिक्स आप लोग पढ़ते हैं या पढ़ाते हैं तो आपने एंड इफेक्टर्स के बारे में सुना होगा. एंड इफेक्टर इज एसेंशियली अ ग्रिपर. तो लोअर लिम्ब की अगर हम प्रोस्थेसिस की बात करें तो वहाँ मेजर एक जो कंसर्न होता है कि वो बॉडी का वेट कैसे बियर करेगा. लेकिन अपर लिम्ब की जब हम बात करें मींस एट द से द हैंड एम्पुटेशन, सो here I am not much concerned about the load bearing aspect, but I am more concerned about because this has to be the end, this is the end effector, right? So you have to design the terminal device or the end effector कि ये कैसे काम करेगा, क्योंकि अब चाहेंगे this is one movement and this is like where I am providing movement of all the fingers. तो terminal device का मतलब ये है कि it's like a end effector. Now, you know, the whole situation changes when you are trying to move all the fingers or when you are just trying to move this as a one unit. So this is one unit, this is one unit. So you are using only this movement. क्योंकि काफी केस में यह है कि अगर इतना भी आप दे पाते हैं अगर पर्सन को कि उसकी जिसकी मोबिलिटी नहीं है या जिसकी ये मूवमेंट नहीं है, तो अगर इतनी भी मूवमेंट आ जाती है विच इज कॉल्ड एज पिंचिंग मूवमेंट, सो he is having that advantage in a sense that at least अगर मेरे को ये कुछ उठाना है, कोई भी चीज उठानी है, तो उंगलियां मेरी सारी अगर अलग अलग नहीं मूव कर रही, इकट्ठे भी मूव कर रही है, तो it hardly matters, right? So I can use this movement. So this is what we are saying for that. What is the concern when we are talking about upper limb orthosis or maybe prosthetics, that we need movement maybe for all the fingers or maybe as just one. So like even just pinching movement bhi aap agar kar paye. So then I quickly go to some case study to demonstrate here that what exactly are we talking about and how 3D printing can be a useful tool. So you look at this 3D printed prosthetic hand. Of course, this is not our work. We are also doing something, but again, like I did not have photos to put up here. I put up the source from where I have taken this case study. So here you see that the person is having some kind of a abnormality कि यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है कि he is having short fingers and these are kind of amputated or joined together, something like this, right? So this is a particular situation where the fingers are. तो अब इसके लिए आप क्या करेंगे? If the person is having a hand like this, so essentially ये amputation भी नहीं है और एक तरह से but this is not having any functionality. So prosthetics जब हम बात करते हैं तो we say that we provide replacement of that part. But here hand is actually there, so there is no thing of like replacement, and there is movement also of this hand. So he can actually move this hand, means at the wrist level, so he can move his wrist because the muscles are okay and everything. So when you want to fix some artificial device, so जो artificial limb होता है, तो अब इसमें आप ये नहीं करेंगे कि इसका यहाँ तक जो हाथ है जो इतना है तो इसको काट देते हैं और फिर इसके ऊपर एक जो भी आर्टिफिशियल, जैसे उस केस में आपने देखा था फर्स्ट फिगर में, सो पर्सन वाज नॉट हैविंग लेग, तो जब नहीं था कुछ को तो आप पूरी आर्टिफिशियल चीज आपने लगा दी. लेकिन अगर जैसे इसका ये ऑलरेडी लेग था और ये इसमें कुछ डिफॉर्मिटी थी, तो उस केस में हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू हेल्प इट? सो सेम इज द सिचुएशन हियर. So the person is actually not having amputation, so and you cannot actually go for cutting this hand or do the amputation and then fix a totally artificial hand over there. So this is something like a device, and you can see like this is with a simple FDM printer you can print all those parts like this, and so this may so this is like other version of that thing, and all these parts were 3D printed here. And when you want to look at, so you have to see from this sense कि इसकी ये जो फिंगर्स हैं सो दीज आर आल्सो सपोज टू बी मूविंग, तो इसको किस तरह का मैकेनिज्म होगा कि ये फिंगर्स मूव करें, और like then whether it, so you can see some wires, these are extending and then these are being controlled, push or pull. So I have also something over here. So as you can see, of course with this Google Meet there is one problem that you cannot see camera, so I actually cannot see that how this is coming on your screen. But what this device is, this is nothing but of course this is not made for any kind of help. It is just a toy which I ordered for my son, and this is just showing him the concept of the robotic hand. So here you can see that there are some kind of like strips, paper strips. So as I am pulling on this paper strip, so this is performing some kind of a movement, and here the movement is at this level and the movement is also at this level. So this is also a joint over there. So you can see that as I am pulling this, so there is the movement of this joint as well as at this joint. And then you have individual movements for all these fingers, and then similarly there is also movement of this thumb, right? So as I'm moving this, so this is the thumb, and what he has done is, like, you can see some basic hairs which are cut out of the cardboard, right? And then with some rubber band and other things. So if you want to look at this, so this is a Smartivity kit, Smartivity mechanical hand. So this is just like a toy in the sense these are the blocks that they give, and then you make out different actual products. And this is for STEM learning, that is where you can teach your students science, technology, engineering and mathematics using some kind of a this kinds of tools. So Smartivity, they have whole range of series or complete series where you get different small mini projects like this. So of course this was only ordered to at least have a feel that how, and you know, like if you go to the website of the Smartivity, so they have put up different challenges, that is you perform different movement with this kind of thing. So try to pick up a block with this. So whether you can really pick up a block with this kind of thing that you have made with this movement. You try different gestures with this. Say this is the different movements or body postures or body gestures that I'm making with this, and so on, right? So coming back, so we were saying कि ये सारी जो चीजें हैं, आप जो देख लो, this is completely 3D printed part, and you don't have to go anywhere in sense that you. So you may say that, okay, you do not have a case study like this, so you do not know a person who is having such kind of a deformation or amputation, so you should then find some hospital and then work with a doctor. But आप ये बताओ, अगर इस तरह का कुछ हैंड बनाना है, इस तरह की ये कुछ ये मूवमेंट्स ही परफॉर्म करनी है, so what is it that is stopping you? Means you don't have to actually meet a doctor in that case and then find कि ये कैसे mechanism काम करे. So you know, this mechanism is not robust. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि इसका कुछ फायदा है, क्योंकि ये तो खाली demonstration के लिए है. तो आपको ये देखना है फ्रॉम इंजीनियरिंग पर्सपेक्टिव कि अगर मेरे को कोई ऑब्जेक्ट उठानी है तो उसके लिए मुझे कितना फोर्स चाहिए और कितनी ग्रिपिंग चाहिए, तो वो ग्रिपिंग फोर्स क्या मैं किस तरह से प्रोवाइड करा पाऊंगा, और उसके लिए ये जो आपने डिवाइस बनाई है, वेदर दैट इज एडिक्वेट फॉर हैविंग दैट काइंड ऑफ अ ग्रिपिंग मूवमेंट, और इसको अगर मैं कुछ और कंट्रोल और डेक्सटेरिटी अगर देना चाहता हूँ, इन द सेंस से यू द पर्सन हैज टू maybe drink or hold a cup, तो उस कप के वो हैंडल में वो जा पाएगा, वो कप को वो होल्ड कर पाएगा या नहीं, ग्लास को होल्ड कर पाएगा या नहीं. तो you can start right from today itself, so you don't have to wait in कोई केस स्टडी मिलेगी, कोई डॉक्टर मिलेगा, कोई हॉस्पिटल मिलेगा तभी कुछ करना है. एंड जरूरी ये भी नहीं है कि इसको पूरा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स वाला पार्ट कुछ होना चाहिए, आप सिंपल मैकेनिकल हैंड से आप you can start working from there. So as you can see, now the other thing that this was, or that we were trying to do is, so that is a specific condition जिसमें क्या होता है कि जो पेशेंट है तो उसकी ये मूवमेंट नहीं होती, बट ये रिस्ट की मूवमेंट होती है. तो अगर ये रिस्ट की मूवमेंट है तो इस रिस्ट की मूवमेंट से हम ये मूवमेंट चाहते हैं. सो दैट्स व्हाट दिस picture is trying to suggest, that if I could have some kind of a mechanism for a person जो कि जब अपनी रिस्ट को मूव करे तो उसका ये हैंड ओपन या क्लोज हो जाए. तो अगर ये हो जाता है तो इसको कहते हैं, लाइक दिस स्पेसिफिक कंडीशन इज कॉल्ड एज टेनियोडिसिस और टेनियोडिसिस प्लेन. तो अगर इतना हो जाता है तो एटलीस्ट ही वुड बी इन अ पोजीशन टू पिक समथिंग और होल्ड समथिंग, एटलीस्ट ही कैन पिक अप अ स्पून एंड सो ऑन. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ डिवाइस यू कैन लुक एट. So this is then just giving you, this case study is giving you some idea that how this thing was done, and then how they designed the frame. So like this is a scale model. First they are just trying to look at that whether that mechanism is going to work or not, right? And then they have so all these parts are 3D printed, and then they have looked at that. So what kind of nylon cables, whether they would have that kind of extension, because what kind of cables or wires you are going to use. तो जहाँ जैसे आप कुछ वायर्स देख रहे हैं तो ये किस तरह की वायर होगी जिसकी इस तरह से एक्सटेंशन और फ्लेक्शन ये अचीव हो पाए, तो इसमें आप कौन सी वायर्स यूज करोगे, right? And this is the final model that you could see over there for the actual or for the patient. So here you see, and then you have to, like, I don't see any electronics over there. So this is maybe a complete mechanical thing. So these parts are 3D printed, and then you are also using some kind of a Velcro straps. So the point here is that this is something doable. What kind of improvements could be there? Wrist movement, fixed wrist angle, finger grip, कि उसकी स्टेबिलिटी उतनी आ रही है या नहीं, रिस्ट की मूवमेंट उतनी अचीव हो पा रही है या नहीं, टाइप ऑफ जॉइंट वायरिंग मटेरियल्स, ये जो है द वायर दैट यू आर यूजिंग, सो इट कुड बी लाइक यू कैन थिंक ऑफ बेटर ऑल्टरनेटिव्स or types of orthoplastics, and these are the references for that case study. Then there is another quick, I think I have another 5 minutes, and this is another case study that use of 3D printing in prosthetics. And you know, like one good source, so if you really want to look at that, what are the designs, these designs, because some people, agar koi electronics ka hai aapke ye civil, so he may have that problem that I do not know how to do a CAD model for this, ya CAD model kahan se milenge, ya mechanisms ye kis tarah ke honge. So there is one very good resource, that is NIH 3D Print Exchange. So they have in fact put up all those kind of open source designs. So all these designs are available. So you can simply download those files. If you have a 3D printer at your organization, at your institute, you can use the 3D printer, print those things and see the working mechanism. And that is like completely there. So this is another source. So go and look at these resources. So that is something very interesting. So second case study was about that this small girl, she is a gymnast, and so you can see upper limb prosthetic, that is a hand, and she is having a, so here you see what is the kind of amputations that are there. She is particularly transradial. Now what is transradial? That is, it is below the elbow. So her natural elbow is okay, but the amputation is transradial or below the elbow. So this amputation could be below elbow, or it could be above elbow, or it could be even at this part. So like you see in this figure, so person had lost his limb at this part. Now these poses different kind of challenges, or they give different kind of challenges. क्योंकि अगर amputation यहाँ पर है, ये situation कब होगी कि अगर उस person को मे बी इसका एक्सीडेंट में शोल्डर का यहाँ पर डैमेज हो गया, या फिर It could be due to cancer, that this bone was damaged and this whole part had to be amputated. तो अगर यहाँ पर amputation है तो where do you provide this prosthesis here? So you hardly have any space to provide prosthesis, क्योंकि अगर जहाँ पर amputation होता है तो it is easier to provide a artificial hand. But अगर यहाँ पर होता है तो आप उसको पूरा ही आपको provide करना है. तो फिर इसमें अलग अलग तरह के चैलेंजेस हैं कि ये जब आपने प्रोवाइड किया तो इसको होल्ड कैसे करेंगे, जैसे आप यहाँ पर देखते हैं. सो हाउ दिस इज हेल्ड विद द अपर और द रिमेनिंग और द नेचुरल बॉडी पार्ट. फिर ये आप देख लो कि ये एंड इफेक्टर है या ये जो टर्मिनल डिवाइस है, तो इसका क्या फंक्शन किस तरह से, इसमें इस तरह के अलग अलग अटैचमेंट्स इफ वी कुड गिव सो एज टू लाइक वर्क फॉर डिफरेंट सिचुएशंस एंड थिंग्स लाइक. So this was the idea here, that there could be different level of challenges and they would need different kind of engineering solutions. So you need to start thinking about it. Now the other good part is that now we have lot of open source projects or open source things that are available. So even this study, so I mentioned the source, so you can look at those cases.
Total.
Okay, so this is here that if you want to provide some kind of a feedback mechanism and make it as an electronic control device, so how do you go about it? So you can look at that thing also. So there were some limitations that were mentioned in this case study, that how do you overcome the short battery life, noise with motors, low grip strength, and low durability of the mechanical components. So and when you are so like it has also mentioned that there is some electronic component that is an inertial measurement unit which measures and reports body's specific force, angular rate and sometimes magnetic field surrounding the body. इतना वो जरूरी नहीं है. तो IMU जो होता है जिसमें कि एक्सट्रोमीटर्स और गायरोस्कोप यूज करके how do you look at means make this device more like improved and provide more functionality. So that was one part of what we have discussed today, that is prosthetics and orthotics. So the whole idea in this discussion or presentation was to give you an overview कि किस तरह की problems हो सकती हैं और किस तरह के, so this being a kind of an introductory lecture. And of course the field is very vast. Like once you start exploring, you would find that there would be like many areas where you can address and work. I did not take the third part of it, that is the biomechanics. So then biomechanics is again a complete different field of study that you can look at this, right? So I think I am more or less done with the presentation. So organizers, if you are there, so if you would like me to, if there are any questions, I can take those questions, or if you want any discussion.
Yes, participants, if you have any query, so ask to sir directly.
Okay, so I see one question from Swati. Okay, there are some questions here. Do these parts require greasing or any sort of servicing? See, again, here the question is not about the maintenance. First is, yes, of course, maintenance would be required, because, you know, like whenever there is movement, because if you are providing, say, you take example of a upper limb orthosis, like the one that you see over there. तो इसमें क्या है कि अगर किसी भी चीज में अगर मूवमेंट होगी तो देयर वुड बी वियर एंड टियर, देयर वुड बी सम पार्ट्स और लाइक देयर वुड बी समथिंग दैट वुड लूजन अप और समथिंग दैट नीड्स टू बी टाइटन्ड. सो that problem would always be there, some kind of maintenance. But again, that depends on what is the kind of prosthesis. Agar suppose myoelectric या उस तरह का है, means which is having a microprocessor. अगर completely mechanical है तो ठीक है, उसमें ये होगा कि wires वो lose हो जाएंगी. तो उसकी अब जैसे यहाँ पर आप देख रहे हैं कुछ, तो इसमें क्या है कि इनिशियली जब आपने बनाया तो इसकी जो एक्सटेंशन और कॉन्ट्रैक्शन मींस इट वुड हैव सम काइंड ऑफ अ but over a period of time this would become loose, so those kinds of issues would always be there. Yes. So if you have any questions you can just type in and then I can see your questions here and I can take it.
Hello.
Yeah,
Amit sir, good afternoon, this is Karan Sharma.
Hi Karan.
Yeah, hello sir. Sir, as you have told about the prosthesis and all the 3D printing, that the prosthesis parts can be manufactured using the 3D printing.
Yes.
So
Yes.
can we apply the nanomaterials, and that can be a problem statement to reduce the weight or something like that with the use of nanomaterial prosthesis?
Okay. Now, when you talk about nanomaterials, so of course, like I do not know what exactly are nanomaterials, but see, when we are saying prosthesis, again it would be two types. So, because prosthetics is actually a replacement. तो replacement वो body के बाहर भी हो सकता है और body के अंदर भी होता है. Body के अंदर का replacement है कि जब knee replacement होता है, तो knee replacement भी जो है, so that is also kind of a prosthetic. So knees, so the अगर जो घुटना जो operation से जो बदला जाता है, तो वो भी एक prosthetic device है. या फिर जो heart में जो stent लगता है, तो stent भी एक prosthetic device है. या फिर fracture होता है, bone plate लगती है, तो वो भी एक prosthetic device है या prosthetic है, क्योंकि कुछ replacement है. अब क्वेश्चन ये था कि आपका कि नैनो मटेरियल्स वो यूज हो सकते हैं नहीं, तो अगर एक्सटर्नल है प्रोस्थेटिक तो ऐसी कोई ज्यादा जरूरत है नहीं. बायोकम्पैटिबिलिटी की ज्यादा जरूरत है, चाहे अंदर हो या बाहर. तो बायोकम्पैटिबिलिटी का मतलब ये है कि अगर सपोज बॉडी के अंदर लग रहा है कुछ भी, so it has to be compatible with the body. Means if you are fixing any material inside the body, whether it is stent or knee replacement or a knee joint, so you use only two materials, either it is stainless steel, कोबाल्ट, क्रोमियम अलॉयज भी यूज हो रहे हैं चाहे हिप इम्प्लांट में, उनकी कुछ बायोकम्पैटिबिलिटी होती है. नैनो की जो एप्लीकेशन होगी वो यहाँ पर होगी कि कुछ नैनो मटेरियल को लेकर क्या हम उसकी बायोकम्पैटिबिलिटी या उन इम्प्लांट्स की प्रॉपर्टीज को कुछ इम्प्रूव अगर कर पाए, तो चाहे वो नी इम्प्लांट है तो, या फिर अगर आप जैसे हार्ट में जो पेस मेकर्स लगते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो अ प्रोस्थेटिक डिवाइस. तो पेस मेकर की अगर वो लाइफ बढ़ानी है कि उसकी जो बैटरी लाइफ या लिथियम आयन जो भी बैटरी यूज हो रही है, तो उस तरह की, whether it is like question of having increased battery life of that product or whether it is related to making it more durable, light and things like. तो जैसे नी जॉइंट में या हिप जॉइंट में सिल्वर was being tried, that if you use silver particles, so silver particles, nano silver particles, they may have some kind of a increased effect कि उसकी चाहे वो कम कर दें या उसकी बायोकम्पैटिबिलिटी बढ़ा दें. तो नैनो मटेरियल्स का यूज कुड बी एट दैट काइंड दैट लेवल. मींस नैनो मटेरियल्स वी आर सेइंग टू इंप्रूव द परफॉर्मेंस. So how we can improve the performance of that prosthetic device.
Okay sir. Okay sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So I can still take 1, 2 or whatever questions if there are. Otherwise, I'll say thanks to Dr. Chitresh and then. So in case you would like to get in touch, I would sincerely request you to get in touch with Dr. Chitresh and ask him to form a group, and you can get started doing your research in this area, form your students group, and of course I'll be there to provide some kind of mentorship or help that you may need. So is it okay? Can we close now? Shall I leave?
Yes sir. Thanks a lot sir for your valuable knowledge. Share your valuable knowledge and on this topic, prosthetics. Prosthetics is a new topic for us. Or advancement in prosthesis is important for our. It is a type of to serve, how to serve our society. It is important.
So thank you, and wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Okay, bye.